Japanese knotweed goes the extra mile as the UK's worst weed. It's a problem because it grows rapidly, costs a lot of money to remove, and damages your property. In this video, we'll break down what Japanese knotweed is, why it's a problem, what it looks like, and what you should best do about it. What is Japanese knotweed? Japanese knotweed is a weed, but it's not your average garden weed. In fact, it can grow as tall as 10 centimetres a day in the summer, which is as tall as a can of fizzy pop. You know, it's really weird, but it just tastes a bit earthy. It's probably me. Japanese knotweed is also an invasive non-native weed. This means it doesn't originate in the UK. In fact, in 1850, a chap called Philip von Siebold brought it to the UK, and it has been growing ever since. Today, Japanese knotweed grows near and around rivers, railway lines, gardens, council-owned areas such as cycle paths and playing fields, and in such places where fly-tipped rubbish can be found. And as a herbaceous perennial, Japanese knotweed will return every year unless it's treated or removed. There's definitely no rest for this wicked weed, or sadly you. But what exactly is the problem with Japanese knotweed? In short, Japanese knotweed is a problem because it causes money and mortgage problems by damaging your property and home. Japanese knotweed has no problem exploiting cracks in drains and pipework, bricks and mortar and concrete, and can easily damage garden fences and outbuildings. And we even have pictures of it growing right through the top of a greenhouse. Even worse, mortgage lenders and potential buyers of your house are easily turned away by Japanese knotweed. Worse still, if a Japanese knotweed infestation is found within your property, it could knock the value out of your house, sometimes by up to 20%. But the costs just keep adding, because to treat Japanese knotweed on a residential property, you'll be looking to pay upwards of £3,000. Japanese knotweed seriously is a danger to property and in fact wildlife. Because of this, the UK government have enacted various laws to protect home and land owners and the countryside from Japanese knotweed. Japanese knotweed can easily pit neighbour against neighbour in legal battles, so you definitely don't want this pesky plant on your property. So what does Japanese knotweed look like? Japanese knotweed looks different depending on what season you're looking at it in. In spring, it resembles pink or purple asparagus growing up from the ground. Once again, in the summertime, Japanese knotweed looks a little like bamboo, but don't be fooled because Japanese knotweed tends to be speckled purple, grow up to 2 to 3 metres and produce a dense canopy of green shield-shaped leaves. Come autumn time, Japanese knotweed will produce flowers, which are dainty white and tend to form like clusters. And when the winter comes along, Japanese knotweed will look like it's dying. In fact, its canes will turn brown and brittle and fall to the ground, but don't be fooled. Japanese knotweed is a herbaceous perennial, which means it will return next year. You're very welcome to send us your photos if you believe you have Japanese knotweed lurking in your garden or on your land. Please see our website where you can upload your photos for free and official identification. Sadly, Japanese knotweed will not go away on its own. In fact, the only way to get rid of it is to get professionals to come and treat it with herbicides or excavate it from your land. However, unless you are a registered Japanese knotweed removal service, do not try to remove this knotweed yourself. And we're not saying that because we're a Japanese knotweed removal firm. But seriously, you really should not be removing this yourself. If you try to remove Japanese knotweed yourself, you can get in a whole host of trouble. From accidentally letting it spread further and even onto neighbours' land, to not disposing of it properly and receiving fines, and all sorts aside, it's always best to let professionals remove or treat your Japanese knotweed for you. In fact, many of our clients come to us frustrated because they believe they have removed the Japanese knotweed from their garden only to find a new infestation next year. And what's more, if you try to remove Japanese knotweed yourself, you won't receive an insurance-backed guarantee, which is essential if you choose to move in the future. But there's more of that on our website. If you have Japanese knotweed growing in your garden, let us know today over on our website. Or watch another TCM video to learn more about Japanese knotweed and be prepared for the fight. See you next time.